You know what? I've decided we're doing it. We're declaring war. Wish I could just declare war on this dude. I mean, I technically can, but I don't think I can fabricate a claim on it, so. Anyway, let's do it. It's their total firepower quite a lot. They'll be split up, so I have to take advantage of that. So all of the nations that I think will join. It has military access. Oh. Cancel. Why did you leave me with military access for so long? You weirdo. There we go. Take dementia. My favorite thing, apparently, in this country is dementia. So we're at war with just about everything. To be entirely expected. Our income is absolute garbage, which is also to be entirely expected. So I'm not too fussed about it. Low navy maintenance, it doesn't matter. We'll get some free siege as well. Enemy captured. What did I win? I guess I won something over here. You reinforce that. We'll have to be careful because I don't want them attacking armies and getting free damage out. So take fights and reinforce when we can. Cancel sieges if I have to, which it appears I will have to, because this is going to be quite a lot of stuff over here as it turns out. You stay there. You go there. Spread our army out a little. This is a lot of dudes they just spat out. Oh, because you're... Right, that ended. Are you at war with me? No. You can become at war with me. This war is probably not going to go too well. Just gotta be careful. Preferably siege some castles down. Would be great. I wish it was a little bit more apparent when fights were going to happen. Instead of the little tiny icon that shows up, I wish it was a larger one. You guys have to reinforce that. Probably not that many of you. You can probably do with staying here. Perhaps going east actually and helping these guys out, because they're about to get slapped too. What are you doing? Don't go that way. Oh, this is the guy I told to go that way. I'm not very smart, okay? It looks like we would actually win that war anyway, even though it told me we might not. I don't think you guys... You can get there, curiously. You fall back, you're gonna get attacked, you need to get reinforced. I can get a trade route. We're poor. What else is new? Not a whole lot. You just go and march there. I think there's about to be a whole lot of men in this fight. I don't think that army's going to make it. They are not. How do I retreat? I never know how to fucking retreat, man. I want you to go here. But, oops, but I don't know how to make you retreat. We're victorious? Oh. People are fighting. What else is new? Maybe I should have marched those dudes in there. I mean, it's too late now. Where are you retreating to? Why are you attacking that? I don't know. I don't even know who's fighting what over there, so... I don't know who's fighting what or where, but I sure wish I had some more money. You're about to get dunked on because that army is fleeing. So they won't help in that fight. Yeah, there's no escaping for them. Hopefully they flee the correct direction. Looks like they are. Yeah. Regroup those guys. That siege is still not done. For whatever god-awful reason. Thanks for the trade, bud. I really needed that castle siege to finish, and this one as well. A lot sooner than, unfortunately, they were. I do have a minor tech advantage on everyone except for Dementia here. I still do on them, but not as much. Just need you guys to reinforce, basically. National tax or loyalty? Or national tax? It's literally the same. I don't understand why that one's special. We don't need the loyalty. Take the special national tax, I guess. We've won the siege. How's the war balance looking? What's a white peace looking like? War balance is still in their favor and the war has not been long enough. Unfortunately, these are both true facts. Why is it neutral if the only benefit shown is we have a stronger army and it's still neutral? I don't understand. We will win that war. We have a better general, stronger army, they have higher morale, better quality army. Siege is lost, they took that castle. I knew it was going to happen eventually. Why are you struggling? Who knows? Yet how are, I was going to say how are you losing that, but never mind. They have an 11 general? Holy shit. Christ almighty. That's a hell of a general. I wish I had generals that good, but my RNG has decided that all of my generals are garbage. You get off of there. You also get off of there. No, actually stay there. I need to win fights. Running out of men to do so with. Rather unfortunately so, in fact. I wish I had better generals. I will win this. It's going to cost me a lot of men, though. Steadfast is good. Siege some of this back, just to make up some war score. You can't siege that because you don't have enough men. You can siege that, just barely. Fort defense, eh. Guess we take it. But we pretty badly need men back in our armies here. But I can free siege some of this stuff back and then see if we can cut some of their armies off. Sieging both of those, they're bringing dudes over, which will make that stack larger than my stack. Which isn't great. And you guys just to make your way over there. Fight stuff along the way if we can, but my army being split at this point is gonna probably cause an issue if they decide to fight this side. Doesn't look like they're going to, but... Stay there, you guys go there. You guys should win that, but it's taking you about 7 decades. There you go. They're not attacking me over here. They could very easily do so. I'm just opting to siege. My war goal is on this side, so... There we go. I've won a siege. I've lost some loyalty. Oh, because the tribe leader's dead. Acquisition of wealth, please. Don't know how many people we converted, but wealth, please. And I need you in this war, preferably with a general of some description. It's gonna cost me money because you're no longer a clan retinue, but... that's okay. All of these armies are just... like half of them are actually just retreating. Siege lost. Ah, Virtus has fallen. I would like to fight things, but I can't because they own my fucking forts. That's gonna be a big fight. Probably not in my favor. Because he's just going to accrue another 10,000 men from fuck knows where. Does he perpetually have so many men? I don't know. I can't hire people because I don't have any money. I think I went too aggressive on this one. Too aggressive on this one. And of course, because some of the armies aren't going to full shattered retreat the proper direction, they're just going to die. As is tradition. Well, this seems to basically always happen every time I play this. I go a little bit too aggressive and the AI somehow accrues armies that are twice the size of what it originally should have been. It's also still a revolt going. There's nobody in the revolt, but... you know. Coming back from this is gonna probably be impossible. Because I don't have any money. So I can't disband you, I can't disband you. You go over there. Are you a good general? 5, what about you? 8. You're a good general. You go over there. Those are yours now. Have fun. Like, look at how many men they still have despite taking so much attrition. Maybe I should have taken the thing that was, that's fine. Population growth negatives sucks, but... Anyway, maybe I should have taken the thing that was, +1 enemy attrition. Make your way over there. We have a lot of men, we just need to crush their armies, which apparently is harder to do than just say, so. This would be the advantage of having more cavalry in my armies. War exhaustion. That I can deal with. I need this army to get crushed, so. Why is that one small army going first? The siege is lost. I didn't realize they were sieging that. That siege is also lost. God damn it. I set you guys to independent. Will you try and clean up some of these armies for me? Because I need you to. Now I don't have access to the +1 seed, +1 attrition. It's somewhere in there, but our tech is too far ahead of stuff, so. They took that castle back finally. I figured they would eventually. It was just a matter of time. I'm gonna leave these guys set to auto to see if they can clean up some stuff for me, but I'll keep an eye on them still. Our income is awful. Absolutely awful. Is it possible to come back from this mistake that has occurred here? Not if our people keep dying, god damn it. Being negative like this is gonna have a pretty big problem at some point here. These fucking castles, man. Goddamn castles. They're my own castles. I would like them back. Monthly loyalty goes way down. Again, there's costs here. Let's grab discipline. What could go wrong? National unrest +3. National unrest -3. Lose 20 loyalty on that person. We better have some loyalty problems. Like a whole lot of loyalty problems, probably. You're chasing that army down. Will they ever catch it? Yes, actually, they will. Like, they appear to be splitting it. This is why I wanted them on independent. There's a lot of little things that need to happen simultaneously. We're just gonna have to suck it up and be in deficit for a while. Slaves killed, freemen's killed. Here's my pop. Rest in peace, pop. It's worth it in the long run if we can win this war. If we don't win this war, then it's not. Obviously, because we lost the fucking war, you nincompoop. We just canceled that siege. God damn it. This is the problem with leaving them on independent. There's bonuses. They manage themselves, they do a fairly good job of it. But they cancel sieges a lot. Research points down, that's okay. Let's get siege engineers. Let's lower our war exhaustion. What does war exhaustion do? Unrest? A lot of unrest, actually. Which our unrest is probably, yes, horrible. Hostile sieges, armies doing stuff everywhere. Unless they're playing crazy defensive. To take the loyalty hit. Already far too negative on income. But unless they're playing super defensive with their armies, we have to have crushed most of it. They are going to have armies that have retreated back in their city, on their countries, but like, I don't see anything in my territory. There's one right there. A small one, nonetheless. I just need you idiots to finish sieging my own stuff back. Thanks. They can enforce a white peace on us, which is probably what'll end up having to happen. I don't want it to. But if the war score ever gets back to 0, there's all their armies. Please finish that siege and don't cancel it. If their war score ever gets back to 0, it'll probably instantly white peace. There we go. That siege is won. We got defeated, apparently. Oh, they just got caught off, and it doesn't look like we'll catch them either. We will there. Holy shit, that army's fast. How did it get over there so quickly? This army's wasting its time down here, but I don't think an army of 1k can do anything anyway, so... Death. God damn it. That's gonna cost me even more money. Everyone should be set to independent, yeah. I think I might have to take control of an army here. That army just lost horrifically. And go for a siege. To try and force the white peace to not happen. Alternatively, I could just try and force the white peace to happen, but I want to come out of this having gained something for the immense loss that I've taken here. %20 chance he dies. He died. Well, that's unfortunate. Which means they'll have to remake that army. God damn it. Oh, the title's unassigned, right. 5th warband has no leader. What happened to their leader? Oh. The war goal's being contested, so white peace cannot be forced anymore. We're in this once again for the long haul. Yes, I know I have a deficit game, cease telling me. That 10k stack is awfully dangerous over there. Let them continue. They do as they please. Lose stability, that's also fine. Look at my unrest. It's still terrible. Someone unimportant died. Look at how many separate armies I have, most of which are small. Good for taking land back, I suppose. Not necessarily good for the, big stack armies going off. What do you have left? You have no manpower? I have no manpower. Nobody really has any cohorts left except for Cornovia and me. I will have way more cohorts than I actually want. And it is costing me quite a lot. We're back positive. The war goal is this country. So... But my army's doing Doing alright. Let's get that discipline going. Won the siege. Free castle. Or free land with the castle. Split it between yourselves, I think. I don't want that 25 loyalty loss. Well, yeah, we'll take the 25 for the tax. Not that it helps me much, but... I believe we have won this war. Let the looting be gentle. At fucking incalculable cost to our own country, but I believe we have won this war. Good heavens, Lord Almighty. Somehow we have to fix the damages that we've done to ourselves as well. They still have armies, we have to be wary of that. Like if a fucking 10 stack merc army shows up or something. Because this dude's in the war, I keep forgetting about that. Oh, dementia. It always happens. Always when they're old too. I mean, that is when you get dementia generally, so. I need you idiots to be sieging stuff, because this war needs to end. There we go. Took the castle. Let's look at this. We're at high, low, medium. We haven't actually taken very much land. Some of our land is still sieged, but that doesn't really matter. This dude keeps unsieging it like an idiot. But... Loyal servant. Heavy infantry we're not using. Is there anything that could make people happier? Probably gonna take that. We're about to have some aggressive expansion, so we're about to lose this fight too. Oh no, we're not. We're getting reinforced. Well, we might still lose it, but yeah. Win it back right after. Our whole country's dying. I just want to point that out. Everyone that can die will die. We have a lot of armies. We have a lot of cohorts. Siege is one, that was that one. So that'll take most of this country for us. Then we just have this little chunk back here, and that gives us the war goal. So we could then theoretically... God damn it, this fucking castle. Alright, we'll just take it back, it'll flip back and forth. Forgot. Do we do unrest or discipline? Do unrest. Because this war is going to end soon. We're at 100%. 51%. Because this fucking province. Thank you for giving it back. What would you suggest? Is that... It is bugged again. Is what's going on there. Used to be a coastal city. So it's bugged, so I can't actually tell what it's giving me. But it's only 11 aggressive expansion. That can't be as much as I actually want. Hold on. I need you to actually go there and just stand on it. The rest of you run around and do whatever you want, but I want this castle sieged to see what happens here. Call for peace. Oh yeah, this has been a long war and it's at 100, so call for peace is gonna start stacking war exhaustion really fast. Why can't you? Oh. It's only 200 men over there. What is my war exhaustion? Let the soldiers do whatever. We'll have to fix this shit at some point. Religion. Drop that down. Kill some pigs. Don't know why that drops war exhaustion, but it does. So that whole country's sieged. Soon this whole country will be sieged. And this city-state. Oh, lordy, lordy, dealing with these armies in a moment here is going to be awful. Come on, finish these sieges. I need it done. You canceled that one at 35%, you buffoon. Let's look at our peace. Suggest. Who fucking knows what that's giving me? Let's take it. Take as much money as I can. End this cursed war. See what happens here. So we got a lot. I want everyone. No, that's a boat. I want everyone that isn't this boat to come here. And let's see what we can do with our armies. So everyone that isn't a warband and just stay out. All of the warbands group up. We'll see what's actually a warband, what isn't a warband. Let's drop our stuff back down. Okay, is this all the warbands? Appears it should be. Merge them all. Select you. You are not actually a warband. You may leave. You are a warband, but you have loyal units. Which I'm going to take out of this army. Make sure there's none here. There are not. And all of you are now gone. The rest of you do whatever you want. Have fun. That has not fixed our economy. Oh, goddamn. How do I fix this so there's an output? Oh, it did fix our economy, just hadn't updated. Okay, okay, okay. Everyone hates me, don't they? No. We're surprisingly fine. You're about to die, aren't you? Yes. And you have 0 charisma anyway. Alright. Here's what our country's looking like. It was an awful war, and we're gonna have to fix it somehow. There were costs to our own country. You may not see it. But there were costs, and probably still are. So we're gonna have to stabilize ourselves. Alsismia is failing about as spectacularly as I did when I played it, so it's a harder country than it looks. But let's go over the world here, and next time I'll see you is probably another war, because it's going to be a long time stabilizing our country. But look over the world. This place is gone. Carthage, looking about the same. Sicily's there. Rome has acquired a toe. Macedon is gone for all, well, they're not gone, but for all intents and purposes, they're useless. They've lost their capital, which is most of their power. Thrace is huge. Quite the powerhouse. I think they're probably going to be the Greek powerhouse if they can actually push Epirus out of the way. Epirus? I don't know. Phrygia got some of its land back. Sieged by something. It says Bithynia Superior. That's just Bithynia. Where is Superior? Them. The single city-state. Okay. Egypt has exploded and is fighting Kush, so they're probably going to grow even bigger. I was like, wait a minute, why is Egypt over here? But I didn't realize Phrygia lost its stuff. Seleucids still doing basically nothing. I don't think India has expanded, but Ashmaka Looks like it's gonna grow. Or shrink, I guess. I was looking at that backwards. They already own that. It's being sieged by Maria, which is the big power dog, powerhouse thing. This, something happened there. I don't know why. Southern India looks like it might consolidate soon, though. Yeah, they're fighting Ashmaka and this dude down here, so they might consolidate. Otherwise, not a whole lot of interest. That place grew. Rome's taking its sweet time, but they are still growing. Who are they at war with? Who is this? Oh, that's Sicily, right. Oh, they're gonna take, Sicily. This is the name of the island. Sicilia. Whatever the name of the actual province is, actually. Oh, it's 2 provinces? Really? I didn't realize that, and they're backwards. Never mind, they're not backwards, that one just has a stupid name. Good. Either way, it's time to sit here and stare at my little corner of the world while I deal with the peasants hating me for a while. Hooray! Alright, it's been a while, so I'll give a quick update here on what's happened. Now with the atmospheric sounds of several background fans because it's hot. Also, my tech. Let's get tax. Here's our income. We're doing quite well on income. Bearing in mind our economy's all set to decreased pay or low maintenance or whatever, so we'll make quite as much if we're at war. But that's fine. So our economy's doing good. I've been building marketplaces out and about around my... Right, they're cheaper. They're 90 now, I can build another one. Out and about my place to make our income go up. Have done literally nothing with any of these people. They've just been sitting here. Doing basically nothing. Apparently this is... Apparently I was clicking on something, but... Apparently this is an actual warband, which I could probably do with not having. But it's not really costing me much anyway, so they're just sitting there. Apart from that, there's a revolt again. There's always a revolt. My people are relatively happy. I've had her working on assimilating everyone. She's assimilated 167 people. Admittedly, it's taken a bit, but considering it only costs a one-time fee of 45 to change that, that's a pretty good savings on assimilating 100 and... what was it, 100 and something? I forgot. 167, you know, times 20. You can do the math there. I think. I hope you can do the math. But she's still working on that. There is still population to convert. I apparently own slaves. I was unaware of this. I should fix that by converting them. But she's been working on that. Osismia has grown slightly, but France is still quite, the Gallic region, I should say, is still quite fragmented. Rome has taken a smidgen of Sicily. They've gotten that for some reason. I don't know why they have that. And then that whole region they took over when they went to war. This is what they ended up with over in the Greek area. Kind of a shitty place. They're apparently at war with Aetolia. Curiously, they're not losing that war. They're not going to lose it, but I like that they managed to siege something. That might have just been auto-sieged from a fort. I'm not entirely sure. Thrace has continued to engulf its neighbors. It's actually substantially sized, and it's set to bellicose, so they're probably going to keep growing. Low cohort count, though. Not doing too hot on that front. Seleucid Empire continues doing nothing. I don't think they can do anything because they're so split. They're fragmented, so it's hard to defend. India, we thought was going to solidify under Mahisha, is what I originally thought. But instead, no. In fact, the complete opposite of that has happened. They've shrunk. So, I don't really know what happened there, but Maria appears to be in some minor troubles. Again, it's Maria. They're not going to lose. They have so many cohorts. There's no manpower, but they have cohorts to spare. They're not going to lose any wars over there anytime soon. Egypt, I believe, has very slightly expanded. Mostly along the coastline. They took some of Kush. I also took this, apparently. So I have a feeling Egypt is probably going to keep pushing south the way they've been behaving, or perhaps or Phrygia. I was going to say, or perhaps take over some of Phrygia. And do that. It appears they might be going Phrygia. The Iberian Peninsula is sloppy. I don't see any one particular nation actually expanding consistently well. It keeps flip-flopping, so I don't know who's going to end up over there being in power, but for the time being, Rome, not too expansive. If they go to war with this place, which they more than likely will at some point, but if they go to war with this place, they can get quite the expansion out of it. So they don't need much to expand, but then there's us, just chilling over here. The next time we go to war, I can show you they're all still at war with the revolt. Everyone here, just like before, they're all allied with each other. This guy's in a defensive league with some of them, so we could go to war with like Canovia and push in without them joining, not that it would matter. And he's unrelated, except he pays tribute to the revolt. Every time the revolt spawns, he pays tribute to it. I don't know. Perhaps he's forcing the revolt, but then why would he pay tribute to it? I don't know. There's something going on there, but the next time we go to war, we're probably just going to end up taking all of this, because we have a standing army of 97 cohorts. That's our standing army. Our positive income standing army is 97 cohorts, which is more military than I believe all of them combined. So we'll probably take everything all the way up to Voltadinia. This will be the next time we go to war. And then we will form Pritania, because that will give us everything we need for that. It'll stabilize that. We'll probably do democracy. Not entirely sure, but we'll probably do a democracy or something like that, and then push forth to try and take the rest of this to form Albion. The problem with forming Albion is it takes a very long time, because you have to colonize all of this. I think it's easier to do Albion if you start in the north, because that gives you an earlier access to start trying colonizing this stuff, because it will take a long time. In case you don't know how colonization works, in order to colonize, which means I don't know how you colonize this. Oh, it's coastal accounts. In order to colonize, you must have 10 pop in an adjacent province, and from coast to coast counts as adjacent, as long as it's across sea like this. That technically counts as adjacent, so we can plop down over here or something. As long as we have a nearby coastal region with 10 pop. This one, for instance, has 10 pop, but we can't colonize over there because it's got to be an adjacent sea tile. So I think, yeah, we'd have to be pretty far north. We'd have to take this land, and then we can colonize this, and then technically hopscotch over to here if that wasn't taken, but it is. So really we have to be on the island now that I'm looking at that. But regardless, you can colonize across water. I think it shows you that on the button. Yeah, two cities sharing a sea zone count as adjacent. This being a sea zone. It's little odd shapes, squares and rectangles and whatnot. So you can hop over water a little bit. That's how you get to here. It shares the sea zone with all this stuff. But anyway, that's our goal. That'll be probably the next time you see me, is when we go to war with these guys, which shouldn't be long. Because we do not have a truce with any of them. I've not been messing with them because I've been trying to stabilize, but as you can see, we're looking pretty stable, and this is with the -1 or +1 unrest from this as well. So our people are quite content. Now, having said that, we are running this. So, you know, it does have that going, but even without that running, they're still relatively positive. So pretty soon I think we'll be stable without that, and then we can run discipline or higher income or something like that. Which will make us pretty strong, but either way, that's it for now, and I'll see you guys next time when I inevitably form Pritania, which is Britannia but with a P. Never mind, a quick update before I go to war. There's 2 countries named Cornovia. We have Cornovia with that flag, and then Cornovia, its neighbor, with that flag. Cornovia number 2 gives tribute to Cornovia number 1. One of them is migratory, the other one is settled. Interesting. That also does mean that this dude will only have that Cornovia join the war. This intrigues me immensely. In fact, I believe we will go to war with them, but give me a second here. Alright, it is time. The second has been had. I'll fabricate a claim on you. And I will fabricate a claim on you. You actually don't have allies anyway. I need to move the mic. Pardon the noise, squeaky noises, etc. Actually doesn't matter who I declare a war on. Because for some reason in the process of splitting, all of their alliances have become very strange. So you broke that alliance. I already have claims on them, apparently. So I can declare war on you and only bring in this guy. And you have 2 tributes, so they're not going to join in. They don't give a shit. So I can quickly declare war on this person whenever our diplomats are ready. Takes a while to travel a very short distance, apparently. Declare war on them. This war will end quickly, and then we'll declare war on this group. These 2 here, which means we need a claim on you. We don't need one, but let's get the siege ability. 5% extra siege. Right, I forgot you guys didn't have morale because I'm an idiot. That was my bad, and it'll slow this down a little bit. There's a rebellion again. Revolt, whatever. I don't know what it is with this country, but it's terrible. I need to fix it. Also messes up my wars. Duel to the death. I don't really want a duel to the death, but I also don't want them to lose morale or loyalty. I think we have to. So Brikusa is this guy. One for honor. He just fucking died anyway. Okay, well. Cool. Who doesn't have an army? You don't have, or you don't have a leader. We'll just give you one for now. Holy shit, she's good. And we'll just give them one for now, they'll figure it out. And we'll just let this war auto itself at max speed. It shouldn't really be an issue. You know, I want the boats. I need more boats for one, but I want the boats to eventually deal with that at some point. So there are 3 forts that hit the siege. One of them we have to wait because we can't get to it. I wonder if they're putting their army on those boats to try and get around me. No? Are they delivering an army or are they just hanging out back there? I don't know. They might have just been sieging that. I can't see over there, so. Let's see, what do I want? Extra discipline. Why not? Again, this is the downside of leaving these idiots to just auto. Really, I could manually do this. There's almost nothing here. Lose 20 loyalty on her. Nah. Not worth. Where did you get 17,000 men from? That's what I want to know. Did anyone else join this war? No, it's just them. They just acquired 17,000 men. Like, at some point they have to take a fight. They're very indecisive about it, but at some point they have to. Somehow you guys have managed to get over there. I guess you could always cross this city because nobody owns it. No one owns it, so they're not going to be like, hey, you don't have military access through here. Come back later. National population growth, yes please. Losing money, but just a smidgen. Just chide them. We don't need to give people health issues out here. We got enough death. Enough death and dysentery without flogging people. How have you not won this siege yet? This dude won before you and he started like 6 years later. I don't even know how that's physically possible. He still hasn't won and that dude's catching up. Civil War ended, by the way. That's just them. There's the siege one over there. This dude still hasn't won, by the way. RNG. There we go. So that will auto siege. And technically this should be total victory. Just giving my people some more experience from one fights. Okay. Sue for peace. Suggest take whatever money you have left because you don't need it. There we go. Easy clap. She should still be working mostly on that. Yeah. She will die eventually. Soon, in fact. I don't know where you guys want to go, but let's go ahead and do this war. Now if I declare on you, it brings him in, but if I declare on you instead, it does not. So we go on big back-to-back wars. Aggressive expansion change. We're going to have a lot of it anyway. Fighting some boats out here apparently. Can't kill the boats because they have no morale. That's what I hate about boats. Give me your money. But again, we have such a large why are we so negative, good lord? We have such a large standing army that we just win these wars by default, so. You died, which is good because you were a terrible researcher. I don't know what you're doing back here, but I forgot you existed. That's probably why we're losing money. We'll correct that just like the other wars we had. The other huge war where we were way negative. We'll correct it when the war ends by sorting out our people. Oh, that's the fucking revolt again. Are we automatically at war with the revolt? Yeah, we are. Neat. It's good for us because I want the land, so. Keep taking national unrest. Where did you get 22,000 dudes? I don't know, but you lost, so it doesn't matter. That's probably his whole army that just showed up to that fight. We are victorious. Now technically I don't know that I can actually win against the rebellion, the revolt, because they have this one province over in fucking Timbuktu over there. There's really nothing I can do about it because I can't get up there. So also we're gonna do another war like immediately after this. What are you, a revolt? Maybe this guy will go deal with the revolt. Oh, the revolt doesn't matter because he took that land back before I crushed him. Completely and utterly. All of these victories. Have we lost any fight? No. We have lost 0 fights. Honestly astonishing. I do need more boats. We do have a distinct lack of boats. So we lost a boat at some point. Siege is 1, we want to fight. Siege is 1. Gonna keep winning fights. Can't kill those 2 boats. Literally unkillable boats, apparently. Like there's no way to tell. It's way better positioning. The naval combat's really basic and I dislike it. By the way, victorious. Attacks, thanks. There's my reinforcing boats. Perhaps we can kill that navy at some point. Don't need mercenary maintenance or navy morale recovery, really. Tribesman output. We are still a tribe. Don't forget that. You know, actually, I need these 2 provinces, don't I? I need to have control of those, which means I have to move people over here. Let's take a citizen, move them to Ratay. Take a few people and move you to, what is this? Random. I had the stuff to move you, never mind. But anyway, moving him over here gives us 10. There we go. We can colonize that. There you go. I believe we get all of the pop that was already there, so it's a pretty nice game. I don't care what your opinion of me is. We're at war. Your opinion can't get much worse than it already is. There's a revolt occurring. Yet again. I don't believe I've ever seen this country not have a revolt going off. Can you guys just siege this, please? Apparently we're at war with you? Question mark? Siege that. The rest of the armies are plenty enough to figure out the rest of this war. You don't need to follow them around. Somebody died. We're victorious. We're victorious. Enemy captured. A lot of pop-ups. Pretty sure you can disable those pop-ups. Certain pop-ups anyway. If it's like the other games, you can turn on and off what you want to show up in a pop-up and stuff like that. What you want to pause the game, etc. Anyway, let's move some more people. This place has 7, it's about to have 8. This is Lindum. Let's just go ahead and do that. That gives us 10 immediately. But we need 20 to move them into that and colonize it. But of course, you fool, that'll give us that gives us all this, and then this will be the only thing remaining between us and total victory of our first objective. Which is, honestly, probably not even arguably, it's the harder objective, the first one. The second one, we're just gonna steamroll the rest of this, then it's just colonization, which is just slow. So while we're colonizing, we're probably gonna, I don't know, what do we fight? Maybe we go over here, because this is all extremely weak and separated. So we could just go dunk on them or something, I don't know. Like, I don't need friends. Stop bickering, you fools. Come on, win a siege. You're both at 42. One of these armies doesn't even have a leader, apparently. What are you doing? Nothing, because there's no boats. I suppose we should probably give you like a military leader or something. I don't know. Yeah, you want to fight. Good job. It was your first day on the job. You haven't even moved. You just keep killing people in that one province. That is extremely rude. Please win the siege. Oh my lord. Finally. The other one didn't. But that one at least completed. Hey, there we go. And you can be colonized by anything, it doesn't matter. Take these 2 provinces and then we're done. There we go. Sue for peace, give me all your shit. Thanks, bud. Do I need popularity? No, I'm max popularity. Everybody loves me. Give me all your stuff too. Increase strength to major power. That has bonuses and negatives, but none of the negatives matter to me because nobody else is up here except for me. Who did I just start trading with? I think I said dementia. Was I trading with myself? I don't know. Make sure you guys are all set to independence still. And we will immediately declare war on you. Hey, it's me, your ever-expanding southern neighbor. How are you doing on this mighty fine day? Tribute ceases. Was he giving tribute to me? I didn't tell you to give tribute to me, but... thanks, I guess. I really wish imports were auto on everything except for your capital province. Like, or at least if there was an option for it. There's no option to automate it, so... it's extremely tedious. It's why I don't like that... the, things that give you +1 trade route for your every province. It's an extremely powerful invention, but I just hate it because I'm lazy. We have a lot of manpower now. We're not going to lose any of these fights. It's just going to be a steamroll. Here come my boats. I see you've got boats there, friend. Look at mine. I have 9 to your 2, to your 1, to your none, apparently. Do you have a fort? Oh, your capital does. Victorious, by the way. We can't... oh, we can get to that province. We just have to go around. Okay, so we can hit every province simultaneously. If the AI feels like it. And we're not very oh yeah, we are, never mind. I was gonna say we're not very negative, but I have like 4 war bands now that we're gonna have to deal with. Just go there and siege it. Tired of fucking armies walking around instead of sieging. Fort maintenance down, supply limit up. Thanks. Now we wait. Probably should have, like, seen if you are good at sieging. You got 9. There's a port that could be blockaded here. There we go. It's +1 for each 5 martial. Good lord. I've only seen 1 person, no, 2 people that had a martial above 10. Oh, I had the, right, because I just spent it all. That's a wee bit of a problem. I didn't really think of that part when I got the military tradition. Ooh, that national unrest gain. Oh. Omens. Eventually that siege will finish. Drop that down. Don't need the fort maintenance, mercenary maintenance, I don't care about omen duration, convert pop costs. That was pretty nice. Where did those come from? Are those just retreating units that are just walking back to their death? Another warband with no military leader. I've controlled armies for some reason. Like more than just one. That's because he just built that one right there. Okay. Come on, first take 42? Nope. We continue waiting forever. Oh, never mind, we did it. Easy auto siege. We're defeated. We lost a fight. The savages. Is that not adjacent? I have to manually siege that? Okay, fucking revolts, man. It doesn't matter, but revolts, man. How long it takes to like situate itself. So will you give me everything? Or do you sue for peace? Suggest. Is that... I don't know. It won't take that. Okay, that's why. Because we literally just started the war, which means I just have to sit here and do nothing with my spare time. Good. Magnifique. I can colonize this with you. You are not a Dumnonia. I must fix this. You. Assimilate. Excuse me? Oh, dominant cultures, not... It's dominant now. Will you let me move? It's only dominant in that one thing, so... Gotta wait on that. Much like I have to wait on this dude to realize that he can't win this war, and then fuck off. What about now? You'll take it now? Good. Alright, take all of my armies, set you back to whatever. Independent mode. All of my armies, make your way back here. Except for clans. All of you can just bugger in a general direction of this way. Invention. Alright, let's decision. It's time. We adopted the federated tribe government form. We get some stuff, don't know what those are. Add 4 tribesmen pops with state, culture, and religion. We get emergent capital, which is our actual capital down here. Gets some extremely good bonuses, but... Decision enacted. We are now Pritania. It has been done, and now we're pink. A lovely pink. It's beautiful. It's gorgeous, even. Alright, let's fix our armies up, and then that's it for me. I've had a good run today, of like a couple hours. Actually, I think I've been doing this for like 4 hours today, I don't know. But either way, progress has been made, as you can tell. We just need to stabilize ourselves again. Merge everything we can. You are not an actual warband. You are not an actual warband. You are Good lord. Okay. Get rid of you. You'll regenerate your stuff eventually. Make sure none of you are warbands in disguise. You're not. Alright. Everyone's free to do as you please. Now I need to sort out my culture. Which I think is just going to involve setting cultural assimilation on all this stuff again and then just waiting. That's not even me. Okay. Pretty sure I can turn it off down here. All of these appear to be done. Wish there was an easier way to tell. I think this is done too. There's just some variety up there. Okay. So I think we're good. Acquisition of wealth everywhere. What's our economy look like? Perfectly fine with maintenance up. Leave fleet up in case I need to do something. Alright. Looking pretty good, but that's it. There you go. That's it for me today. We are now Pritania. I appreciate the people that are watching, and I hope you're enjoying it. There's a lot of cuts in this stuff, because I'm doing a whole lot of nothing most of the time, so I hope you guys don't mind that, but thanks for watching. I appreciate it.